My beloved child, stop for a moment and listen to me. Do not scroll past this. Do not distract your heart. This moment is not random. I am speaking to you now because today is a turning point. You have carried yesterday long enough. You have replayed the memories, rehearsed the regrets, and revisited the pain more times than you can count. But I tell you this with firm and tender love. Release the past. I am doing something new today. Yes, and today. You think tomorrow will be different. You think next month will feel lighter. But I move in the present, and I am calling you into freedom now. What you have been holding on to, whether it is guilt, loss, betrayal, or a version of yourself that no longer exists, is quietly standing in the doorway of what I am building for you. And I will not allow you to miss what I am unfolding. Stay with me until the end of this message, because I am going to reveal something that will shift the way you see your past forever. There is a truth you must understand before you can step into what I have prepared. Do not skip what I am about to say. Your peace is waiting on the other side of this surrender. If your spirit feels this stirring, respond in faith. Like this message as a declaration that you are ready for new beginnings. Share it with someone who is still chained to yesterday, because they need to hear my voice too. Write in the comments, I release the past, and let those words become your first act of obedience. And remain connected. Subscribe and stay close to what I am speaking in this season, because I am guiding you step by step. My child, something is shifting in the unseen realm. What felt stuck is beginning to move. What felt closed is beginning to open. I am not the God of your former failures. I am the author of your new chapter. Lift your eyes. Breathe deeply. Today is not a repeat of yesterday. Release the past. I am doing something new today. My beloved child, I see what you have been carrying. You smile in front of others, but when you are alone, your mind travels backward. You revisit conversations you wish had gone differently. You replay mistakes and imagine how life would look if you had chosen another path. There are nights when sleep escapes you because your heart is still wrestling with what was lost. I have watched every silent tear. I have heard the prayers you could not even form into words. You have blamed yourself for things that were never fully in your control. You have taken responsibility for other people's choices. You have questioned your worth because something ended, because someone walked away, because an opportunity slipped through your fingers. Deep inside, you have wondered if you ruined your own future. My child, I know the weight of that question in your chest. I see the regret you carry like a hidden stone in your pocket. I see the shame that whispers to you when you try to move forward. You have tried to be strong. You have told yourself to just get over it. Yet the past keeps tapping on your shoulder, reminding you of what you think you lost. There are moments when you feel disqualified. You compare your life to others and think they are ahead while you are stuck in a chapter that should have ended long ago. You wonder if I am disappointed in you. You fear that I am distant because of what happened. But listen to me carefully. I have never turned my face away from you. Not in your confusion. Not in your weakness. Not in the moment you made that decision you regret. I was there. I saw your intentions. I understood your fear. I knew the pressure you were under. Nothing about your story has shocked me or pushed me away. You feel tired because you have been carrying yesterday into today. You feel heavy because you keep punishing yourself in ways I never asked you to. You think that if you replay it enough, you will finally fix it. But your heart was not designed to live in rewind. I know the disappointment you never admitted out loud. I know the relationship that still aches. I know the dream that did not unfold the way you imagined. I know the version of yourself you miss. And still, I call you chosen. Still, I call you beloved. Still, I call you mine. The past has shaped you, but it does not define you. Your worst moment is not your identity. Your failure is not your name. I see you completely, my child, and I am not ashamed of you. My beloved child, now I will show you something deeper. You have believed that holding on to your past is a sign of responsibility. You thought that by replaying it, by criticizing yourself, by carrying the weight a little longer, you were somehow making things right. But I tell you gently and firmly, that is not humility. That is self-punishment. And I never ask you to punish yourself. You have infused conviction with animation. Conviction leads you forward into growth. Condemnation chains you to yesterday. I do not chain my children. I lead them. When I correct you, it is to lift you higher, not to press you lower. When I speak truth, it is to free you, not to shame you. Listen carefully. I am not living in your past. I am not standing in that old moment waiting to remind you of what went wrong. I have already stepped ahead of you into your tomorrow. If you keep looking backward, you will miss where I am standing. You have also believed that your mistake disqualified you from something greater. But what if I allowed that season to teach you what success never could? What if that closed door protected you from something you could not see? What if that heartbreak refined your heart instead of ruining it? You saw an ending. I saw preparation. You saw loss. I saw transformation. You saw failure. I saw affirmation. My child, growth requires release. You cannot receive what I am placing in your hands if they are still gripping what hurt you. New wine cannot be poured into cracked containers of regret. New beginnings cannot grow in soil constantly dug up by memory. And hear this clearly. Forgiving yourself is not arrogance. It is agreement with me. When you continue to condemn yourself after I have offered grace, you are resisting the very healing you asked for. I am not asking you to pretend the past did not happen. I am asking you to stop bowing to it. The enemy wants you anchored in old narratives. He whispers, this is who you are. This is all you will ever be. But I declare something different over you. You are not the sum of your worst day. You are not defined by a single chapter. I am still writing your story. Release the lie that you must suffer longer to deserve joy. Release the belief that your history has the final word. It does not. I do. And I am doing something new today. My beloved child, now lift your head and listen to my promise. What feels delayed in your life has not been denied. I have never confused your timeline with my timing. While you were mourning what did not work out, I was aligning what will. While you were questioning your future, I was preparing it. Nothing you have surrendered to me has been wasted. You think you are behind. But I stand outside of time, and I tell you this with certainty. You are not late. You are being positioned. The door that closed was not the end of your story. It was protection. The season that felt empty was not abandonment. It was preparation. I was strengthening your character, deepening your compassion, and teaching you discernment. I was building in you what cannot be shaken when success comes. You are not alone in this transition. I walk before you and behind you. I cover you in ways you cannot see. When you step forward, you do not step into uncertainty. You step into a future I have already touched. Something new is forming even now. New peace that does not depend on circumstances. New confidence that is not fragile. New relationships that will not require you to shrink. New opportunities that align with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Do not measure your life by what was lost. Measure it by what remains. Your breath, your resilience, your faith that refused to die. You are still here. That alone is evidence that my purpose for you continues. I promise you restoration, but not always in the shape you expect. Sometimes I restore by giving you something better than what you lost. Sometimes I restore by giving you clarity that frees you from chasing what was never meant for you. Sometimes I restore by healing your heart so completely that you no longer crave what once broke you. Trust my process. Trust my pace. Trust that I know how to complete what I begin. You are still chosen. You are still called. You are still deeply loved. No mistake erased that. No delay canceled that. No disappointment overruled that. Stand firm now. Let hope rise in you again. Let your shoulders straighten. Let your breathing steady. I am not finished with you. What I am building in this season will not crumble under pressure. What I am planting will grow in its appointed time. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass. You release the past. Now receive the promise. I am doing something new in you, and it will be beautiful. My beloved child, now this is your moment. You have heard my voice. You have felt the stirring in your heart. Do not let this be just another message that passes through your ears. Let it become a decision. Right now, in this very breath, choose to release the past. You do not need a ceremony. You do not need perfect words. Simply open your hands before me and say, Father, I let it go. Feel the shift as you surrender it. The regret, the disappointment, the version of yourself you keep trying to go back and fix. Place it in my hands. I am strong enough to carry it. You were never meant to. The past is behind you now, not because it did not matter, but because it no longer has authority over your future. Take a slow breath. Let my peace settle over your thoughts. I am already standing in your tomorrow. I am already preparing divine appointments, unseen protection, unexpected joy. Walk forward knowing you are guided. Sleep tonight knowing you are covered. Wake tomorrow knowing something new has begun. You are not who you were. You are becoming who I created you to be. And now, my beloved child, as this word has settled into your spirit, I invite you into something sacred. When you sow into this mission, you are not giving to a platform. You are placing seed into soil that carries my voice to weary hearts across the world. Every act of generosity becomes a river that carries light into someone else's darkness. I have said in my word that as long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest shall not cease. When you release what is in your hand, I release increase into your life. This is not a transaction. It is participation in my work. When you give, you become part of the healing of souls you may never meet, but I know each one by name. If your heart is burning right now, and you feel the desire to help this message reach more of my children, that stirring is not accidental. It is my spirit inviting you to act. Do not ignore it. The Super Thanks button and the PayPal donation link in the description, even the QR code on this screen, are simply tools. The true act is obedience. As you sow, I bless your home with provision. As you give, I breathe favor over your future. As you open your hand, I open doors before you that no one can shut. Do not delay when I prompt you. Step into this moment. Sow your seed. Be part of the harvest.